Welcome to ACC Connect. We'll be using Autodesk Construction Cloud Connect today to coordinate project management. My name is Brendan Gregory, and let me go over the agenda for our session here. All right, so we'll do a quick Microdesk introduction. I'll go over ACC Connect. We'll talk about Microdesk's ACC Connect services, as well as making ACC connections, removing data silos, and what can ACC Connect do for your business? That's an important question that we get a lot. So let's dive in. My name is Brendan Gregory. I'm a project manager out of the Washington, D.C. office. I have over 9 years of experience in MEP design, construction, coordination, and BIM management. I've worked with electrical and mechanical contractors implementing BIM and VDC processes. Got to work on the East Side Access project, also a number of hospitals and data centers, and currently I'm working on LaGuardia Airport. I use the tool we're talking about today, ACC Connect, on my projects, and I'll actually show you an example today of how I connect BIM 360 to Trello, a project management platform we use. Okay, so a little bit about Microdesk. Microdesk is an AECO technology consulting firm established in 1994. We have 13 locations in the United States and the United Kingdom, over 300 professionals, and over 230 consulting specialists and software developers. We're in all sectors, all disciplines, and all stages of the project lifecycle. We have some key partners. We are a platinum partner with Autodesk. We also partner with IBM, Panzura, Esri, Eagle Point, WorkSpot, Bluebeam, to name a few. Microdesk also has our own suite of software solutions. We have a suite called BIMRX, and there are Revit plugins that help you be more efficient in Revit. And then we also have a Windows desktop application that helps you administrate BIM 360 more efficiently. And I'm actually part of the team on BIMRX Cloud Manager. So there's a little bit of an overlap between what BIMRX Cloud Manager can do and what ACC Connect can do. So I'll highlight that now. BIMRX Cloud Manager is an out-of-the-box program that would be more cost-effective in certain situations where the workflows that BIMRX Cloud Manager provides could deliver to your needs. Then you don't necessarily need to consider ACC Connect. ACC Connect is going to be more customizable because it's a programming interface and a platform for connecting a lot of different programs together. So if you're looking at just BIM 360 administration, BIMRX Cloud Manager would be something you should look into, and we have other presentations on that. We also have software to support asset management, and so ModelStream and Arid are also programs that we offer. So at Microdesk, we're dedicated to solving the issues of urbanization, globalization, and sustainability. And today I want to talk about how ACC Connect helps us and our clients meet the demands of these challenges. So what we do at Microdesk is we work with designers, we work with construction teams, and we work with operators through the whole building life cycle of projects. So the services that we have at Microdesk are focused on BIM, asset management, CIO advisory. We have an application development team for custom application development. We also do visualization services, production modeling services such as VDC coordination modeling or design modeling in Revit or AutoCAD MEP. Managed services, we can take on projects and manage the entire process, or we can be more of a mentor and train and provide assistance throughout the project when it comes to BIM technology implementation. We also do skills assessments, dynamo scripting. We have a priority support program, and we also do a lot of software training. So we have a full suite of services at Microdesk. So let's talk about Autodesk Construction Cloud. It's a better way to build together. But before we talk about the connect part of Autodesk Construction Cloud, let's learn about what Autodesk Construction Cloud is, because connect is an important part of the platform. So Autodesk Construction Cloud is all about connecting workflows, teams, and data at every stage of the project. So this isn't just for construction, it can be used on the design, construction, and operation of the facility, and it connects workflows seamlessly, allows you to collaborate between platforms that previously you couldn't get data to connect between. It really builds trust because you're allowed to collaborate between teams that are using maybe different software, but they're sharing the same data, because ACC Connect is going to allow you to push that data between those platforms or programs. So this improves project outcomes with also the ability to do predictive insights and analytics during the process. So the Autodesk Construction Cloud is for all phases of the building lifecycle. And let's now talk about ACC Connect and the many different programs and how it connects the many different programs that we use during the building lifecycle process. So first, what is ACC Connect? So it is a platform. It's called an iPaaS platform, so an integrated platform as a service. So this connects your most important software systems with the Autodesk Construction Cloud Connect software. So let's go kind of break down what ACC Connect is in an overview here. It is a no-code required platform. However, you can code. So I typically say it's no code or low code for most users. However, if you have a custom workflow, you can be heavily coded. It's a visual programming application, so they call them recipes. You could also call them workflows, but it's a visual programming process. You can connect Autodesk Construction Cloud to over 300 other programs, and many of these already have created template workflows. So it's really just drag and drop kind of nodes in or actions in the recipe and to build a workflow. You can set recipes to run on a schedule or watch for triggers that automatically start recipes when a certain thing happens, like a new issue is created in BIM 360 or a new document is uploaded. You could have it automatically send that information to another platform. You also have the ability to log and report recipe actions, so you have accountability of the ability to track and ensure that the data was moved and when. And then it also has the ability to use application APIs to code custom workflows. Now, this obviously requires someone with programming skills, but it's not a requirement to use ACC Connect. It's only a capability that allows you to take it even further with your custom workflows. So the basic workflow structure is that you have a trigger, and then you have an action, and then you can have another action after that. So so every recipe is going to start with a trigger. So this could be a schedule, this could be watching for when a file is uploaded or an issue is created. That would trigger the recipe to run, and then you program in the actions there. So let's talk about kind of what a recipe is. A recipe is a workflow you can make callable recipes. So these are, you could make multiple recipes and then reference them in a kind of master recipe that you're building your workflow in. So this allows you to build complex workflows based on logic and conditions. They can have error handling and reference multiple sources or destinations of data. So you can integrate information across multiple platforms at the same time. And you use information from other platforms to make decisions in your workflow automatically or programmatically. I'm going to talk about Microdesk's ACC Connect services. So we provide consulting services around implementation of Autodesk Construction Cloud Connect. We can create connected BIM workflows, and we can design those workflows with you. We also do custom workflows using the API of platforms, and we can code custom actions or any kind of workflow that is capable with the APIs that are available for those different programs out there. Custom connections. So if the platform, or if the application is not currently listed on the ACC Connect website as a supported application, you can create custom connections, providing you have an authentication method to access that platform, and then you would also need the API available for that platform so that you could write a custom connection. So it can get very complex, but also it is easy enough to use for the ones that are already programmed for you. So we offer the training and implementation services, for a full range of complexity, whether you're just doing connecting applications that already have the templates and community workflows already kind of built, or if you need custom development, we can support you with that as well. Another service that we provide is one-time data transfers. So if you're migrating data, maybe say from PlanGrid to BIM 360, or if you're migrating data from say Procore to BIM 360, rather than purchasing ACC Connect, we would encourage you to get a trial and test it out and see if you would want it long-term while we go through the process of transferring that data. But we would use our ACC Connect software to do a one-time data transfer as a service. So if it's too much for your organization to get into, but you are interested in using the platform to go cloud-to-cloud data transfer, we can provide that service for you. Okay, so enough of talking about it. Let's kind of go into the software so you can see an example. I'm going to talk about making ACC connections. We're going to talk about removing data silos and ensuring data integrity. And I'm going to show you an example that kind of encapsulates all of that by showing you how a BIM 360 issue created in a project can automatically trigger the creation of a Trello card in our Trello boards. So let me jump into the web page. So this is the dashboard here, and you can see the status of things that have, or the recipes that have run. So we've got a couple that ran successfully today, and I want to show you the app connections first. So if we go to the app connections, notice that this is running on WorkAuto.com. So WorkAuto, it's licensed, rebranded as ACC Connect, but the underlying platform that allows for this connectivity between cloud to cloud applications is running on WorkAuto. ACC Connect allows you to connect Autodesk Construction Cloud products to other products. So to do that, we can look at connections. So we can create a new connection, and then we can pick from the list here of already established connections, and there's hundreds of these. You may see as I scroll through here some some software that you use pretty regularly. A lot of people use Slack. A lot of people, I mean, it even connects Twitter. There's a lot of different platforms in here that you're able to connect. Procore, BIM 360, Microsoft products. Even Expensify. DocuSign's a big one if you're trying to incorporate virtual signing, especially now that we're in the pandemic. DocuSign is an important part of a lot of workflows now. So this is kind of overview of a lot of the connections that you have. You can connect workflows with Autodesk products such as Assemble, BIM 360, PlanGrid, SharePoint from Microsoft. Also, if you have a software development team and they're using Jira, that is also connectable. There's CRMs that you can connect, such as Salesforce, ticket systems like Zendesk, Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So there's just a lot of platforms that already have kind of all of the parts built out so that it's very easy to make workflows from these platforms already. And then of course you could always make a custom one if you have the authentication information in the API. You could program your own recipes from scratch with just code. Okay, so I want to show you a recipe, and we're going to use this recipe to move data from BIM 360 issues to Trello cards. So this is a real application. I actually use this on projects that I manage. When a BIM 360 issue is created in BIM 360, so here's an example where I can create an issue. I'm in a BIM 360 project here, and if I were to create an issue, I'm going to say, ACC Connect demo, and I'm going to give it a title of, we'll say, we'll make up an issue on a drawing here in this project. We'll say first floor hallway issue, and we're going to assign this to myself. And we'll make the due date Thursday. And we're going to say first floor, and we're going to say hallway. And we're going to link a document. There we go. Now I can pick the document. And we're going to use the first floor PDF here. And I can actually place this BIM 360 issue. So not to get lost in the details of BIM 360, essentially if the team is using BIM 360 and they're using BIM 360 issues, they could be placing issues either in Navisworks or in Revit or on the BIM 360 website, viewing the printed sheets or the published sheets on the BIM 360 document website. So they see an issue in this hallway here, so I'll drop the pin there in the hallway, and we'll create an issue, and we'll assign it to somebody on the project that needs to resolve the issue. But as the project manager, I might not be the person that's assigned to it, but I need to know that that issue exists, and I need to maybe schedule the team to have time to address that issue, or evaluate whether the priorities of the project align with handling that issue before the deadline that we have on Friday, or for example, like that. So what we're doing here is we're going to capture the data from the BIM 360 issue and make sure it notifies the project manager in the Trello board. So it's going to copy the data over. So I'm going to finish creating this this issue here, and we're going to say it's a root cause of the design change, and we're going to say we're going to do a Trello card example as the description, but if I had a real problem here, we would describe what the issue is in BIM 360. I'm gonna hit create, and I just need to make sure my recipe is running. So we're gonna go over to edit this recipe, and I'm gonna run a test. And we're gonna hit create card. And now I'm going to go to my recipe, and just because it will run every 5 minutes to just check for cards, but since we're doing the demo here, I'm gonna force it to run again. And it found a trigger, which means it found a card, or it found a BIM 360 issue that was created, and it's going to push it to my Trello card. So here it is. It automatically formats it with the issue number, AECO Connect demo, first floor, hallway issue. So I've got a list here in my my Trello board, issues from BIM 360. So they're going to automatically come into this list here, and the information is going to be transferred over. So it's formatted in a way where it gives me the issue number and then the issue name. And then if I click on the card, it's going to show me parameter information from the BIM 360 issue. So it's going to show me the issue number, the name of it, the description. So it will give me anything that anyone types in the description. It also gives me the location, an ID identifier. It also tells me, what was the root cause and what's the status of that particular card. So it's passing information into our Trello platform, and then I can make a decision on who I assign this issue to using the Trello platform. And make sure that it makes sure I'm aware of any of the issues with the model or the drawings, and I am incorporating that into my project planning and making sure we meet our deadlines and priorities. So it's really powerful that we're able to connect these two platforms. And this is just an example. There's tons of other programs you can connect, but this is a simple one that I actually use on a daily basis, managing projects. So let's kind of dive into how this actually worked in WorkAuto or AECO Connect. So if we look at the details of this recipe, this is only a two-step recipe, so it's very, very simple recipe. You can have very complex recipes with logic and like if statements and conditions that have to be met with error handling. It can retry things multiple times. It can get very, very complex if that's necessary. Here's an example of a workflow that's simple and it gets the job done. So I'm able to select my hub, the project, also select like the first date that we want to look back to. So maybe I don't want to pull all the cards from last month. I just want to pull the cards that are currently open. I can set what my trigger data is. So here we have a trigger condition that if a BIM 360 issue is created, so an issue is created or updated, and it has an issue ID present, and all issues have a present ID, or all issues will have an issue ID present. So this is kind of a way to catch all issues that are new or created new or updated. And then on the interval, it will push any updated or new BIM 360 issues to Trello. So we could be more complex. We could say only send ones to Trello that are assigned to a certain person, or that we have a lot of data we can choose from. So if I click in here, I can put, we call these like data pills. I can build kind of a trigger and an action using the data. So I am able to drill into all of the data that is accessible to me from the BIM 360 connection that we have created. And these are all pieces of data that I have access to because they've been built out for me by Autodesk Construction Cloud Connect on the WorkAuto platform. And I can build complex requirements for sending the information over. Maybe I only want to send cards over if they've been assigned to a certain person, or maybe if the root cause is a particular condition, I can say, that it has to contain or equal that particular root cause for it to go to me, because a different root cause maybe would be somebody else's problem. So there's a lot of data that you can use and to make a very intelligent workflow, but we can keep it very simple at the same time. So if we look at the next card here, this is actually the action to create the BIM 360, the Trello card with the BIM 360 data from the BIM 360 issue. So my card, I can format the data how I want it to read on the card. So I got the display name here, and I'm putting the BIM 360 issue first, and then a space, and then a dash, and then the issue title. So that's how I like to format the cards. In Trello, I'm pulling that data in this format, and then I'm building my description in the card. So I'm pulling parameter information or data from the BIM 360 issue, and I'm basically building it in the way I'd like it to be displayed. And I have a lot more data that I could display, but I'm just displaying the information that is helpful for the user in Trello. And of course, we have the due date as well, so that we did set a due date on that BIM 360 issue, and Trello allows you to place due dates, and it integrates perfectly. It takes the due date and it sets a due date on the card in Trello as well, so it communicates that data all automatically. So really powerful platform, really allows you to access all the data in BIM 360 and utilize it in another program. And in this case, we're using Trello. So if I were to make a change to a card, I could then see the update as well in Trello. Now to make it identify an existing card and update the information, I need to make a little bit more of a complex workflow here. This workflow just creates a new card whenever there's a new card or an issue updated. So we'll actually create a new card. But I can make a more complex workflow that will check to see the name of the card on the Trello board and then update the information in Trello if the card already exists. However, I just wanted to show a really basic workflow that was, really easy to kind of start off with. So it can get much more complex if you need it to be. So this is going to remove data silos because you're no longer limited by having information in just one program. You're able to bring that information into the program that you need to work with it in. So you no longer have to copy data between platforms manually. This ensures data integrity. You don't have any typing errors or data errors trying to move information between platforms. So what can ACC Connect do for your business? It connects your most critical applications and removes data silos. It automates workflows to save employees time. You can reduce manual entry time and errors. You can also work with the best teams regardless of the application preferences. If you have teams that are strictly Autodesk products, but you have a subcontractor that uses PlanGrid, Procore, for example, we could create a workflow to send data to Procore and also receive data from Procore. We could send data to and from BIM 360 to Procore or to Microsoft platforms such as SharePoint. Of course, PlanGrid is part of Autodesk. So if you have information in BIM 360, you can send it to PlanGrid, and PlanGrid's kind of gotten integrated into the next BIM 360 as well. So there's a lot of collaboration going on there with the PlanGrid platform and BIM 360. But if there's a particular workflow that you're looking for, you can achieve that regardless of what the different teams are using for their software. This really allows you to collaborate kind of with anybody and using any software. And then you can leave the complex coding to us. So out of the box, you can just use the templates that are already provided and customize them. Simple enough with those what you saw in the example I just gave. But if you need to do things with the API, make custom programming calls to do certain actions, you can lean on Microdesk to help you with those. And we partner with Autodesk on this, so we have access to Autodesk's ACC Connect, WorkAuto certified engineers and software developers that could, help deliver any particular workflow that you're trying to achieve between different platforms. So that's basically a quick overview of ACC Connect, an example of how you can use it to connect two platforms together, BIM 360 and Trello in this case, and really what the benefits are for your business. So I'm going to take a look at the questions now and see if I can address some of those questions. Okay, I'm getting some good questions here. One is Trello an Autodesk program? So it is not an Autodesk program, but it is a free program. So at Microdesk, we do use Trello for project management purposes, and it's a great Kanban board style project management tool. But yeah, I highlighted it because it's a free product, anybody can use it. And it's something we actually use on projects, and it's great for connecting BIM 360 issues to our project management boards. So great question. Trello is not an Autodesk product. They are owned by the same company that makes Jira. I think it's Atlassian is the company that owns Trello and Jira. And our application development team also uses Jira. So there's another reason why we use Trello, because they're all under the same Atlassian company umbrella there. So that's a great question. Okay, next one here is, so the question is about Autodesk plan. So they've been told Autodesk plans on providing some variety of integrations with Autodesk Takeoff, Procore, CMIC, etc. Would this be able to provide that integration with Autodesk Takeoff and Procore? So Autodesk Takeoff is a very recently released program. The API for that, I'm not sure if it's available yet, but Autodesk will definitely be providing some recipes around that. There's already the APIs for RFIs and issues and such are available, and BIM 360 document APIs, the field BIM 360 field APIs are available, and those some of the actions may be put into templates already, whereas a lot of capability is also accessible through the APIs. Now, Procore has an extensive API, and to be clear, Procore is not an Autodesk product. It's not something that Microdesk sells, but a lot of construction companies have it. A lot of construction companies are moving from Procore to BIM 360, and we have the ability to work with people that have Procore. If they have Procore, we can send data from BIM 360 to Procore, collect data from Procore to BIM 360, also migrate from Procore to BIM 360 as well. So yeah, BIM 360 Takeoff and Procore could be integrated in a workflow. I'm not personally sure if the Autodesk Takeoff API or templates are out yet, because it's such a brand new product that just launched. All right, we've got some more questions here. I got a good question here about what is your experience with WorkAuto and its learning curve? Has it been easy to create recipes on the fly? So, I mean, that was one of the first recipes I did. BIM 360 issues to Trello cards, and that's kind of when I come back to it, because that was something I was able to do with no coding, just dragging and dropping the data pills and creating a very basic workflow. So I would say if you feel comfortable with what you saw on the screen there, it was a 2-step recipe. You know, that's all you have to do to really get into it. Now, I've worked with some of the people on our application development team at Microdesk, which are trained programmers, or I should say very experienced programmers, and also Autodesk solution engineers that are certified with WorkAuto. And I have seen extremely complex recipes that they have written for moving data between SharePoint and PlanGrid, SharePoint and BIM 360, as well as Procore. So it can get very complex, and that learning curve can be steep for those really complex custom connections. However, to do kind of the most common workflows, there's already templates for those where there's no code required to get them done. Moving drawings between you know, BIM 360 and PlanGrid is simple as dragging and dropping actions onto the screen and just setting what your conditions are based on the data you have. So it can be very easy to do those template-based workflows, but there is also the ability to get much more complex with the API. So yes, if you are going to get into the more complex workflows, it can have a steep learning curve, and that's why we provide the consulting services around those custom API-based workflows. So I'm getting another question about, is there a subscription cost for WorkAuto with ACC? So that would be purchased through Autodesk. So we can help you, you know, evaluate the need for ACC Connect, whether it's right for you, and then we can connect you with a subscription for ACC Connect through Autodesk. And the last time I checked the pricing structure, you get 3 connections with the initial starter price package, and then you can add more connections on there. And remember that the platform from Autodesk, it's focused on connecting Autodesk Construction Cloud products to other products. So you would need to have a, you know, BIM 360 or PlanGrid or something like that in the workflow to make that part of the ACC Connect platform. Okay. So yes, there is a subscription cost, and it is based on a base price that includes 3 connections, and then additional for more software connections above that. So can these recipes with WorkAuto be built using BIM 360 Next Gen platform, not ACC, just BIM 360? Yes. So currently, the most of the work I've done with ACC Connect on the WorkAuto website is been with what they called the Next Gen, which was the current version until they launched or rebranded it Autodesk Construction Cloud. So yes, the Next Gen platform, which is now the old platform, or the current platform for most people on BIM 360 right now, absolutely works with it. BIM 360 document management is kind of seamlessly moving between BIM 360 Next Gen and the rebranding of ACC Connect. It's really the same API under the hood. So the template workflows that they've created for ACC Connect still work for BIM 360 document management workflows. So whether you're using a project that was created on the new ACC or the Autodesk Construction Cloud platform or the old BIM 360 Next Gen platform, they will both work in WorkAuto's ACC Connect platform. Are there existing ACC recipes available to the public we can access? Absolutely. So I can show that on my screen. So if we go to Community Library, I'm able to search the kind of the template library. So here I'm going to click on BIM 360, and it's going to show me all of the templates that are involving BIM 360. So plan grid field reports to BIM 360 docs. I've seen a lot with smart sheets. I've seen a lot connecting plan grid to BIM 360. Here we have a JIRA issue update to BIM 360. I can load more. So these are templates that you can copy and start with and customize to your own needs. So a new document in the plans folder on BIM 360 will upload objects in PlanGrid. You could connect email to this. You could connect Microsoft Outlook or Office 365 mail to a action, and you can actually get messages based on when somebody uploaded something to a certain folder. You can export data to tons of platforms: Box, Google Sheets, the Google suite of products. You can send things to Google Calendar. You can send things to Microsoft Outlook. There's just so many possibilities here. So here, if I were to check these two boxes, I could see the BIM 360 works with BIM 360 and works with Google Sheets, and it shows me the two examples that they have. Trigger on a specific schedule to get folder contents in BIM 360, and then export that folder content data. So that's probably the file name, the date it was last updated, who uploaded it. You could export that to Google Sheets, and maybe you're going to use that data in a Power BI dashboard to track project schedule off for deliverables or something like that. So you can really make a really easy workflow connecting all these platforms together using ACC Connect. And it is very easy with these template recipes. All right, so we've got another question here. If BIM 360 wants to use not create an existing ACC recipe in WorkAuto, do they have to have a WorkAuto account as well? So I'm not sure I understand exactly. Let me read it again. So ACC Connect is kind of a rebrand of the WorkAuto website. However, if you already have a WorkAuto account or username, or if you used it in the past, it will connect because you're essentially using the WorkAuto platform, but you're in this rebranded interface of the web page for ACC Connect. So I'm not sure I answered that one. Let me know if that wasn't clear. Oh, okay, I think I understand what you're saying. So if you have a Autodesk account, what it's going to do is you're going to add your credentials, or at least this is how our company does it. We create a WorkAuto account using the same information as our Autodesk account. So technically, WorkAuto accounts are separate from the Autodesk accounts. All right, got one more question in here. Oh, two more questions. All right, well, we'll hang out for another second here. Do all Autodesk Cloud Services, ACC, BIM 360, Build, etc., have integrations with WorkAuto at this point? So before the rebranding of ACC, BIM 360 platform had integrations. I'm not sure that all of the new products have released their templates or workflows for ACC Connect or the APIs yet, but I'm confident they will come out soon. And Autodesk is probably already working on the templates for those new Autodesk Construction Cloud products, such as cost management, takeoff, and there's already connections for field and BIM 360 issue or project management, the RFIs, issues, BIM 360 products in general are are supported. And if the API is out right now, you could absolutely make a custom connection without waiting for a template to come out. So yeah, this product is designed to support the BIM 360 suite of products and the new rebranded ACC Connect, or sorry, the Autodesk Construction Cloud platform, what BIM 360 is now becoming. So yes. Another question here. Thanks for your explanation. The platform is great. Many successful greetings from Ecuador. Well, thank you for joining us today. And it's excellent to hear that you're enjoying the platform and that it's working out well for you. So there's a question here about integration of platforms with legal issues that influence a project. So I mean, the first one, very basic here, would be DocuSign. So just the kind of requiring or automating the legal documents to be signed using DocuSign as part of a workflow. So an example could be a accepting a design or signing off on a coordination area and getting all the subcontractors to DocuSign that they have reviewed the coordination model and agree that it's fully coordinated and they're able to install, because contractually agreeing to the coordination model being signed off has contract implications later down the road during construction. If someone does have an issue installing or coordinating with another trade, they can lean on that legal document, the signature associated with the requirements of that contract. So I mean, at a very basic level, you could incorporate DocuSign. If there's other platforms that you use to kind of for risk management or legal issue tracking, they may already be connected in ACC Connect as platforms that are supported, or you could with the right amount of information as far as like authentication methods and access to the API, you could connect other programs with a custom connection and custom programming. I hope that answered your question. Okay, we're coming up on the hour here, so I'm going to go ahead and end the webinar. Thank you, everyone, for your attention. I hope that was helpful in giving you an overview of ACC Connect and answering any questions you had on it. If you need any assistance with evaluating whether ACC Connect is right for your company, you can reach out to Microdesk, and we'd be happy to help you. If you have specific questions, you can, of course, email me directly. My email is bgregory, so BGREGORY @microdesk.com, and I could assist you with evaluating whether ACC Connect is right for what you're trying to do, and then we can help you get it a subscription from Autodesk and implement, train your team, and get all those programs connected. So thank you everyone for your time, and please reach out if you need any assistance. Thank you.